end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. At the beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Seattle.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
With the handoff to Chris Carson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 and the Seahawk first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Wilson. A nice pick up there at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Carson again the ball carrier.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Given 2 yards on that one, 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after him, put the pressure on.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So really a nice drive there for the first points of the game.
And how about the fact that it was a run by the wide receiver that got him into the end zone, Brandon? You know, these guys, we know they're not afraid to open up the playbook, and they showed it to us right there on the first drive.
The kick is
and
good.
this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
For Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran, former #1 pick back in 2009.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. You got 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
That was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you got to stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan. Did you work on practice? But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ray Swift, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Battle for him here, and this will be called. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Lions. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford has got his man. Touchdown. It's Kenny Galladay hauling it in from Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the end goes home a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun. Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this player go, he heads out towards the flat first. And it often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Wilson, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Gardner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's getting blocked. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson dancing to his left. Wilson is loose. It's out there. And the Lions have recovered.
A fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles. knows this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford. Contact as he is throwing it, but the ball drops incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
41-yard
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And the throw going to be incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Decision to bring it up. Ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Both sides searching for adjustments. Being chased out left. And he rifles one incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. motion. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Complete to Greg Olsen.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10. At their own
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long. And it's intercepted. Caught down by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
the Seahawks.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Wilson. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10 now. Wilson forced out to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out there. This is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, disappointing into the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was pretty awesome on the defense.
The throw in the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down now before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. Oh, so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down at Stanford. Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, we just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On third down, Stanford.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it with Carson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. A big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 14. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And it's a quick slant to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Carson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again with Carson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. First down. Now it's Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
It's a gain of a yard.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
And his kick is good. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He gets this complete to Cephas. Out to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Looking downfield for Jones. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think a part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target. They'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. But now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing again at Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands. They hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The Jets sweep to start the drive. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
The tackle made
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
To punt for the Seahawks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Back out is Matthew Stafford and the Lions offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the 1st half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. and that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the hole, loosen things up, and get the big guy going again.
They get him down, before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks up. And the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Tonight's final.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.